Hi, Justin.
Hey Carla, how you doing?
I'm good, dude.
Excellent.
So, first of all, Donald Bogle is one of my favorite authors ever. I did my
Oh,
thesis at Howard on one of his books. So, I was
nice.
really excited that you were doing Hollywood Black.
Me
Um,
too. I love him so much.
isn't he the best?
The best. The
So,
absolute best.
I loved I watched the whole thing. I binged it because I would go, okay, I'll watch one, and then I was like, okay, but okay, and then I just watched all four of them at the same time.
Great. That's great.
I just had to keep going. Um, but what I really want to find out from you, you had a nice um package of people that you had as talking heads for the doc. But
Yeah.
why were there no black female film critics, dude?
I actually really think that there's a conversation to be had with black film critics en masse and black filmmakers that never gets to be had. But this was sort of, it was we had very limited time, very limited slots. And I think Elvis is in there because he is a critic, but he made one of the very few documentaries about black film. And
I know.
I
Am I black enough for you? I think is what it was.
yeah, and I had to talk to him about some of those things. So, my apologies, and mea culpa, in terms of
No,
that.
no apologies needed. And yeah, no apologies needed. But as a black female film critic, that was going to be the first question I was going to ask you.
I'm glad you
We here.
asked it.
We
Look,
here.
there was so many folks we didn't get to talk to, but
It's all
I'm
good.
glad we got at least a quorum.
It's all good. And then there was a moment where they were talking about watching some of these films like a Claudine or a Sparkle or
Yeah,
some other films, watching them with a completely different generation. I watched Claudine with a whole new generation. They were having none of it. So I just wanted to share that with you. And that's a whole
that's
conversation
funny.
we can have on the side when I have more time. But I also wanted to ask you about this quote. Melvin Van Peebles gave a quote to Reggie Hudlin where he said that trouble is opportunity in work clothes. What does that mean
Yes.
for you now on the other side of your dock?
Oh gosh, it's something. It was such a beautiful quote. Trouble is opportunity and work clothes means that in a time of upheaval and crisis for Black people, that means this is actually your moment. Dear White People got made in such a time, and the series got made in such a time where there was some kind of disarray, something was falling apart. This doesn't normally happen. We don't normally do this, and I was able to get something through that felt frankly impossible. The moment before and the moment after, and I think right now with Hollywood trying to reconfigure itself, figure out how to make money in this new era of streaming. Lots of things are just getting no from the big major gatekeepers. But the truth is that the gates being kept are rotting away, they're rusting away. And before they rebuild them, this is a great time to just get kind of delusional about whatever your project is or whatever the thing is that you're trying to get made and put out there. We're entering that window where it is time to kind of hustle and get it done. With Dear White People in particular, I had no idea how to get that movie made whatsoever. But I just had the attitude by hook or by crook. And you just did what you could do that next day. And eventually we found a way to get it made. And I feel that that time is among us again for all kinds of new forms of expression, especially Black expression.
Another thing that you said is in the very beginning, in the first episode, when you said, we fade in from black, we fade out to black in film, and black is everywhere. I just needed to tell you, I loved that that's how you started the film because
Thank you.
it set everything up so beautifully moving forward. That's
Thank
my
you.
time, Justin. I'm serious. We could have a whole conversation like this for an hour because there's so many more questions that I have.
We could.
But I always appreciate you giving me your time. You're always so gracious with it, and I want you to know that that's never lost on me.
Oh, my pleasure, Carla. It's so good to see you again.
Good to see you too. All right.
Bye
Bye.
bye.